You build something great, no doubt. But let me ask you a question. If a buyer would come into your business today, would he buy it? Because under the surface, even if you're doing well on the revenue side, even if you're making money, there are three signs that usually kill deals. Let's break down those three deal killers so you can fix them before it's too late. Hi, my name's Eli. I help small business owners get out of the day to day operations so the business can run and grow without them. This way, they can work on the business, not in the business. They can focus on growth, scale efficiency, increasing profits, and increase the valuation and make it more attractive for buyers when they do decide to sell. I make these videos based on questions that my clients ask me based on value that I see that the marketplace needs. So, enjoy. So as of now, you have a business, right? You're doing well on the revenue side. You're making money. It seems like everything is good on the outside. But most of my clients and most of the businesses that I work with, they work long hours. The business depends on them to function and run. Whether it's phone calls, whether it's involvement, whether it's meeting, whether it's delivering the product or the service themselves, most of the business owners that I work with hold the business together. The business is them. Without them, there's no business. They're the one that's fixing every client problem. That's the ones that are fixing every staff problem. They're the one that's holding the business together. And what the cause of that is very, very simple. If you were to sell your business today, you have to be honest. Would you buy your own business? Or you would see as an owner dependent business that cannot function without the current owner, without you. So that causes low valuations, low multiples, and buyers not buying your business. So who's this video for? This video is for business owners that are already making between $500,000 to $10 million, meaning there's already a proof of concept. You already know what works. You have a product or a service that you're selling. You have a store or retail location that provides value to the marketplace. You already found that value. You have a team of at least three people. At least three people. You built a real business, right? But it still runs through you. A lot of the processes and systems depend on you. You built a real business, right? There's revenue there, but business still runs through you. It's dependent on you. And you want to get top dollar one day, right? Whether you decide to exit in 6 months, 36 months, or 5 years. When that day comes, you want to sell for top dollar. Because right now, if you're making anywhere between, 6 to 8 figures, but your team still relies on you to hold everything together, you could be in the danger zone. So buyers and investors are not just buying revenue. They're buying predictability without you. They're buying a business that functions without the owner. They're not buying a high paying job. Let me show you those three silent kill dealers that makes buyer run away from buying your business. Let's start. The first sign out of the three signs is it an absentee owner or is it a hands-on owner business? Now, let me start with this. There is no small business that is completely owner absentee. Whoever tells you that a small business that's doing 6 to 8 figures, anywhere between 500,000 to $10 million, is a completely owner absentee business, he's lying to you. There's no absentee owner, but there are 95% absentee owner, and that's what we should strive for. Most small business owners that we work with, the owner is in the middle, is a hands-on owner. If the owner is still in the middle of every process, every client delivery, every new hire, it's not a real business. It's literally a high-paying job with overhead. Buyers don't want to inherit your stress. Buyers don't want to inherit your headaches. They truly want a company that can run without you, without the current owner in the middle of everything. So what's the easy fix? There's quick and easy fix that we can do today in order to help you, right? The first thing you have to do is you have to create an organizational chart. What does that mean? What are the roles in your business? What roles do you need to have in your business in order to function at an optimal level? Let's say we're taking you out of the business. Who needs to be there every day in order to make sure the business runs and grows? Right? We need to map out the roles, not people. A lot of small businesses rely on certain people. We have to rely on roles. For example, it's not Susie who takes care of marketing, is we have a position, a role in our business of a marketing director that currently Susie works in as. But this is the role of the marketing director that needs to accomplish A, B, and C. We need to be very, very clear on the roles, not the people. And the third thing that we have to work on is show how accountability flows without you. Meaning to say, what does that mean practically for small business owners? We have to show that things get done in the business without the owner being involved in every process, every decision, every approval. That it's a real business, it's not a job. That the business flows without the owner holding everything together. That's sign number one. Owner absentee versus hands-on owner. We have to focus on being absentee owners, not hands-on owners. Let's move on to sign number two. No documented systems. Most small business owners rely on verbal instructions, meaning to say they tell people what to do. They call and give them tasks. The challenge with that doesn't scale. To-do lists don't scale. Verbal communications doesn't scale. If there's no real documented way that explains how the business operates, potential buyers, they see risk, not value. They're not just buying what you do. An investor and a buyer buys the how to do what you do. He buys the how to get it done consistently without you. So what do? Right? The quick fix is start with your time audit and a bottleneck map. What does that mean? We have to take 1 week and we have to really audit what are we doing in the business. Walk around with a notebook, walk around with a sticky note, walk around with a pen and paper, and literally write down every task that you're currently performing in your business as a business owner. What am I doing with my time in the business? Right? After we know what we're doing with our time, we have a bottleneck map. Because if we see that all of the sales calls rely on me, okay, there's a bottleneck in the sales. Amazing. Now we know what to fix. If we see that the service delivery is all on us as the owners, we have to know. We have to attack. The bottleneck is with the service delivery. Right now, we know where we're spending our time in the business, and we have a map that we see what the bottlenecks are. The second thing that we do is we start building SOPs for the highest friction area of the business. For example, what things am I currently doing that I can delegate and leverage my time as the owner, being more owner absentee, less hands-on owner? Can we create operational manuals and delegate it to someone else? Let's start building those. We don't have to focus on everything. We have to focus on the 3 to 5 core functions of the business that we can delegate to other people and then buy back our time in order to make the business much more valuable for a potential buyer. We can focus on sales, onboarding, delivery. Where do we spend our time based on the time audit that we did for 1 week, based on the bottlenecks? Is it sales? Is it onboarding? Is it service delivery? Is it finance? Where are those bottlenecks? Where are we spending our time? Where is the leakage? After we know that and we start creating the SOPs and the operation manuals, we make it so much more attractive for potential buyers. So sign number two, no documented systems. Sign number one was absentee owner, hands-on owner. Right now we understand that we have to make a shift from becoming a hands-on owner that's involved in everything to more absentee owner. How do we do that? By documenting systems. And step number three, we already know the shift that we have to work on. We already know that we have to start documenting systems. Is step number three is your team relies on you too much for every decision, right? An employee has a question, he goes to you, you make a decision. An employee has a problem, he comes to you, you fix the problem. Now it's great because you built a real business, right? That's how you built the business, by solving problems. But what that did, that loop of every time there's a problem and employees come to you and you fix it, you reinforce the loop that they don't make decisions themselves. And everything goes through you, right? Versus imagine taking the SOPs, being accountable, holding your employees accountable with scoreboards, and making sure that your employee makes decisions based on the expectations. And you just review. You go from an owner that does everything himself to an owner that just looks at accountability, looks at results, looks at tasks getting done, and reviews. It's a big difference because your team will start making more decisions in the business. How do we do that? So we start with installing SOPs, KPIs, and weekly team rhythms. What does that mean? We have to come up with a self-management system. We have to make sure that the business manages itself. If all of your employees still text you or call you for every fire in the business, for every chaos in the business, that's a red flag. Buyers, when they're buying a business, they want to buy a team that thinks, that acts, and solves. without calling the owner. That's where they see the value. And you do it with installing clear SOPs, KPIs, and weekly team rhythms. Right? You set decision boundaries, you teach them, you basically take what's in your head and you put into systems and process. It's not a very easy process. It takes time, but it's well worth it. And you basically shift from an operator to an owner. So those are the three signs, right? The first sign is the absentee owner versus hands-on owner. The second sign is no documented systems, and the third sign is team relies on you for every decision. Those are the signs that usually kill deals, and that's what you need to work on to make sure your business is so much more attractive. The business could be sold for top dollar. That your business could be looked as an attractive asset and not a liability. So you're really not that far from building a business that is truly sellable for top dollar. But until it runs because of you and through you, it's really a stressful job. It's not an attractive business for investors. We have to focus on more than just revenue, more than just profit. We have to focus on the infrastructure. By the way, there's a link in the description. If you think about selling your business within the next 3 years, or you want to step back and be more hands-off owner, there's a link in the description. It just shows how we help business owners step away from the daily operations so they can truly, truly, truly work on their business, not in the business, focus on growth, profit, efficiency, expand to new markets or new opportunities, or truly prepare the business for exit on the operational side for tap value that investors see as an attractive business that they want to buy. I'm not saying you should go and click that link. That's not why I'm making those videos. But if you're at that step where you're truly thinking about scale or sell and you need help with that, that's what we do as the agency. We'll show you exactly what the bottlenecks are and how to fix them. But other than that, I hope you got a ton of value from this video. This is this for this week. Please comment, subscribe. Let me know what topics you want me to make the video. Again, I'm making videos based on the problems I see in the market with my clients. Let me know what you want me to make videos about. Anything about operational efficiency, business systemization, exit readiness on the operational side. I'm happy to read those comments. I got a few messages from the last video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.